Okay, so I just want to show you how to use Google Drawings to do the shape emphasis assignment that is posted for this week. So when you're in your drive, we've talked about this before, getting to Google Drawings, you're going to go to New, and then you're going to go to More and Google Drawings. Okay, this is the emphasis. Now, this is just going to be a couple, to show you the first couple steps to how to arrange your shapes in into this into this image that you're going to be creating. The color scheme is gone into greater description on the introductory document, the kind of like the step-by-step document that I always create for each assignment. So make sure that you still look that over, even if you're watching this video, because that's going to have some more information for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to create at least 8 boxes of, um, of 3 shapes. So what I mean by that is I'm going to go over to the shape tool, which is right here, and go down, and I'm going to start with the box shape, so just the rectangle shape. And I'm going to start in the corner and just kind of pull that out. And it can be a rough rectangle. You don't have to worry that they all look the same. And you're going to eventually fill this in with a different color than what is kind of the default light blue color, but we'll talk about that in a second. Then the next shape you can do can be anything, either the rectangle or anything else that is kind of a solid shape. So I'm going to do the circle as my next shape. And it just has to be somewhere within your box. All right, so I have my box, I have my circle, and then I need a third shape. So I'm going to choose this kind of like box that has like slightly pointed corners. I'm just going to move that a little bit. And this does not have to be centered. You don't have to worry about kind of the placement of where they are exactly. You just want to make sure that your second and your third shape are within your original box. All right, now in the document, it talks about the fact that you're going to be using complementary color schemes to fill in your shapes in order to draw your eye to the center shape, which is kind of the whole point of doing emphasis here, is that we want to make something kind of catch our attention more than the other things. So with complementary colors, the reason that they kind of work with each other is that they emphasize one another, and that's just kind of part of the science of color. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one complementary color pair. So I'm going to choose blue and orange for my first pair, and I'm going to fill in the large box first with some shade of blue. Now it is already this kind of like light blue color, but I'm going to pick something a little bit more brighter. So I'm going to go with this color. Okay. And then your second shape should be, and if I click on it, you can see there's like a frame around that circle, so you can know that that's the one you're working with. I'm going to choose another shade of blue. All right. So you're doing 2 shades of your complementary color. So I have blue, one shade of blue, another shade of blue, and then the middle shape is going to be orange because that's the opposite of blue in the color wheel. So I'm going to click on the middle shape, go to my fill bucket, and choose a shade of orange. Now you can also go down to here and you can kind of, highlight what you want and then pick it from there. But that's up to you if you want to get that involved with it. So I'm going to pick that one. All right. So every time you're creating these triads, right? Because it's three elements together. So we call that a triad. Every time you're creating one of these triads, you're using complementary color 1, I'm calling this complementary color 1A, and then complementary color 2. All right, so let's do another box. So I'm going to start out with the box. I'm going to put it right next to my first box. Just pull that up a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to add my second shape, do a triangle this time. Once again, it does not have to be in the middle. I'm going to actually move it up to the left-hand corner, and then I'm going to do my third shape. And I'm actually going to I'll do a heart for this one. And this goes in your triangle somewhere. All right, so I have my 3 shapes, my box, and then the other 2 that I've just chosen. And the complementary pair that I'm going to use for color this time is going to be purple and yellow. So I'm going to fill in my outer shape with a shade of purple. My triangle is also going to be another shade of purple. It could be darker or lighter, it's your choice. And then my heart is going to be a shade of yellow. All right, so as you can see, the color, not only is the shape kind of emphasizing the thing that's in the middle, the smallest shape that you have, but that color that you're doing, because it's standing out against its complement, it really draws your eye to that. I'm going to do my third one. You need to fit 8, so at least 4 across. I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. Okay, and then my next shape, triangle again. Like I said, the shapes really don't matter, just as long as you're able to fill them. We'll do this kind of like raindrop thing here. All right, and then the third complementary pair, which we haven't done yet, is red and green. All right, so those are kind of your options. Blue, orange, purple, yellow, or red and green. I always kind of think of it in terms of holidays. That one. And then the teardrop will be your red. All right, and then I'll do my last one. Now I've used all my complementary pairs, so now I'm just going to switch it up a little bit. Try that shape. All right, so I'm going to do blue and orange again, except I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to have orange in the background first. And then for my second shape, another shade of orange. And then for my center shape, I'm going to do the blue. All right, so that's how, because there's only 3 options for the complementary pairs, and you're making 8 boxes. So you're going to have to kind of repeat your pairs again, but that's one way that you can do it, is that you can kind of flip like what's in the background and what's your third shape that you're trying to emphasize. And then another way you could do that is you could also change the shades. You could have like one that's all light colors or one that's all dark, still staying within your complementary pair. So there's ways to be able to kind of make this work for 8 boxes, even though you have kind of limited choices. All right, so you'd continue on to your next row of 4. Make sure that when you're finished, you have cropped the edges of your image, and then you're going to download it as a JPEG so you can put it into your emphasis slide. And your slide should look something like this. This is the definition that I got from the handout that we've been using, and I have all of my 8 examples of emphasis with the complementary colors. And actually, this one should be orange. So I will fix that on my sample one because it's blue and orange, not blue and yellow. So I'll fix that. And then you're going to make your slide. Okay.